What's up, and welcome back to HBCU Game Day. I am Symone Stanley. He is Kobe Scales, and we are here to break down a big basketball matchup that is coming soon to Alabama State. It's the USC Trojans on the road. Where do they do that? Where do these big programs head to HBCUs? It's 2023. We're headed to 2024. Times are changing. This is a big game, Kobe. You have a powerhouse of a program, a program that's been on the national stage lately because of Bronny James, of course. LeBron James' son is playing for the team. We're going to have the James gang at Alabama State. And the biggest thing about this that makes it so great is Alabama State has a real chance to upset USC at their home because these SWAC teams, they've been cooking up a lot of upsets this season.
Yeah, so I think Alabama State is like number 2 right now, right?
Number 2 in the
They're
SWAC.
number 2 right now.
Top two.
So we have Southern then beat number 21 at the time, Mississippi State, and they beat UNLV. UAPB women beat SMU on the road and Arkansas on the road. Jackson State beat Missouri on the road. And USC, like you just said, Alabama State has a chance. USC just took a loss, upset loss at that, to Long Beach State. So I think it'll be interesting. And it'll be nice to have the James gang back in the fold at these HBCUs. You know, of course, LeBron with his partnerships with FAMU and everything. But you know, having the James gang and having NBA stars and their families is always nice at our small homes. Small homes.
You were going so strong to the small homes.
I mean, you know, our homes don't be as big as some of the other ones, but nonetheless,
intimate venues, intimate venues.
Family,
yeah.
Family. That was good. That was good.
So it's definitely gonna be an intimate setting at Alabama State, but it's gonna be jumping. It's gonna be rocking because, like I said, usually when we play these money games, it's the HBCUs that had to pack up all their stuff, head on the long road to the Power 5 programs. USC is going to Alabama State. They're traveling all the way across the coast to take on Alabama State. So Alabama State is going to have the home field advantage, obviously because they're playing at home, but also they're going to have the East Coast advantage because it's a 3-hour, it might be a 4-hour time difference between California and Alabama.
Yeah.
So they're going to have that advantage because they're going to be fully rested. They're going to be in their time zone. They're going to be in their small house, a.k.a. intimate setting, which is their own stadium. But the star power that's going to be at this game, and it's not even just the star power like getting caught up in the hype, but that's exposure for Alabama State. The James gang comes with a gang of cameras, and that's all going to be at Alabama State's campus.
For sure. And also, Alabama State has another Division I game coming up on tomorrow, actually, December 13th. They're playing LSU. But nonetheless, I think, you know, it'll be very interesting to see. Hopefully the James gang does actually come to the game. You know, I don't know what the schedule looks like.
Let me pull up the Lakers schedule.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know what the Lakers schedule looks like. Nonetheless, though,
Savannah going to be there.
Savannah will be there for sure. But, you know, hopefully, you know, maybe if not the full James gang, maybe we'll get some of those East Coast stars, some of the NBA East Coast stars that are, you know, LeBron James' friends.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get them in the building. Nonetheless, Bronny James in the building for what will probably be his third game back because they have LSU, and then I don't think they play again until the 19th, until next week when they play Alabama State. It'll be Bronny James' third game back. Hopefully he'll be back in a little bit more of a rhythm. He had a nice block last game. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice transition 3, but hopefully he'll be back in better rhythm and gearing up to go for his third game back. And hopefully he'll be looking for, you know, some momentum going into this Alabama State game, and hopefully Alabama State can pull off the upset. I think it'll be interesting.
So you talking about all this, hopefully for USC that, I hope Alabama State can pull the upset. If Bronny James getting going, that's not good for the Hornets.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily good, but I think it'll be great for competition purposes. I think that's more the point, right? Like, you know, when people come back from these major injuries and major things that happen in their lives, you know, usually they're on minutes restrictions and things like that. So what more to the point, I was saying hopefully Bronny James will be on the floor for a lot of that game, since it will be his third game back.
Yeah.
And that'll hopefully create some highlight opportunities, not only for LeBron James and Bronny James, LeBron James Jr., but for Alabama State players, maybe somebody can cross him up, get a little block.
Break a little ankle,
you know what I'm
break
saying? Do
Brian's
something.
ankles a
You know what I'm
little
saying?
bit,
You got people got to play up to the lights and stuff like that. So, and even though
Because that would be a highlight.
You see what I'm saying?
Somebody dunks on Bronny James. If an Alabama State player dunks on Bronny, breaks his ankle, something. Exposure.
Yeah. So nonetheless, I think it'll be interesting. Hopefully.
And like you said, it's not just Bronny James. The USC Trojans, they have a lot of star power on their team, including Isaiah Collier, who is actually from Atlanta, Georgia, which is 2 hours from Alabama State. So like when you said those other stars that could be wanting to be in the building, Isaiah Collier is playing on the West Coast now. There's a lot of guys that don't get to see him. He's expected to be the #1 overall pick in the upcoming draft, the draft after his freshman year. So there's going to be guys that want to see Isaiah Collier, and this is their opportunity. So it's going to be a lot of star power at the game. Now, when it comes to LeBron James, though, because I might have to make that trip if James going to be there. But the Lakers schedule, so this game is on Tuesday, December 19th. The Lakers are at home December 18th, 10:30 p.m. That's a late game.
Yeah, that's a late game. That's a late game for us, but you got to think they 3 hours behind. So really, that's nothing but a red eye for him. What do they play? That's nothing but a red eye flight. You know what I'm saying? What do they play? What do they play the next day?
So they don't play on Tuesday.
What do they play?
They play Wednesday,
Against
December
who?
20th. Bulls in Chicago.
In
So
Chicago?
He'll already be on the East Coast.
Yeah, he can make the trip. I think Chicago might be Midwest, but
Chicago is right up there. A little bit to the right,
a little bit to the.
Yeah.
I think that's the left, but is it?
You're right. You
I don't
know
know.
what?
You know what?
This
It's all
HBCU
good.
game day, not
geography.
map day. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get what I'm saying. It's close. Chicago is closer to Alabama, I believe, than it is Cali. But let's not get into that.
Somebody check that and drop it in the comments.
Oh, they are. They flaming me right now. But you know who's going to be there regardless? Miss James. Savannah James. And that's enough for me to make the trip. Savannah James, Zuri, Bryce. Because if she has to pick between watching her man, who she's been watching for decades, versus her baby, her little twin, she's going to be at Alabama State.
She's going to be there. And hopefully some of that other star power is there. Some of them LeBron James friends, he has many of those.
Right.
And he spent most of his time he spent all of his time on the East Coast before he went out to LA. So, his friends should still be out here.
Pull up. But there'll be a lot of storylines coming out this game. Regardless, the biggest storyline is a top program. USC entered the college basketball season ranked in the top 25. A top basketball program heading to an HBCU. Doesn't get any bigger than that. Second possible storyline could be a big upset, but you have to stay tuned and tapped in for that. And then also, of course, I don't know if this makes anyone else as excited as it does me and Kobe, but LeBron James could possibly be in the building. But make sure you guys are tapped into HBCUGameday.com on YouTube and download the app so you don't miss a single thing. Until next time, bye.